Yes, hello, welcome everybody, Chris here from MOD Extra, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the Marvel animated statue of the Punisher by Gentle Giant. Okay then, so a bit of context at the top. I've had my eye on these Marvel animated statues by Gentle Giant for quite some time now. However, when they first get released, or certainly when this was first released, the price tag was just a bit too high for me to justify. It was honestly a bit more expensive than I'd be willing to pay for a statue of this nature. I think off the top of my head around 50, 60 quid. Some even higher, in fact. There's a Thanos that looks amazing. It's a Scotty Young sculpt, and last time I checked, it was around 75 quid, which was just too high for me. But I was shopping around the other day, doing a bit of internet shopping, as we all want to do to pass the time in this lockdown era, and I noticed that they'd gone down in price. Shout out to A1 Toys in Scotland, where I got this one in particular, although I noticed on Amazon it dropped in price too, so I'll put a link to that in the description down below. And it was at a level that was much more justifiable for a family man like me to blow his disposable income on. But that's not to say they're not worth it. I mean, they're handcrafted. They are a limited edition with a certificate of authenticity. I'm pretty sure they're numbered. I can't remember the total number, but there's only so many of these worldwide. We'll have a look at the authenticity certificate in a moment. They're hand-painted. They've got these great cutesy designs that have a lovely juxtaposition with the character. This one in particular, I just love the juxtaposition with the Punisher character in question. So they look great. I think they're going to feel great. We'll have a look when we open it up and have a peek inside in a moment. And I think it's going to look excellent on my shelf. But yeah, I picked it up. The price was much more in the range at which I was willing to pay for an item of this nature. And I took delivery of it today. So I'm going to move over to the table now, do the overhead camera view, and let's open it up and have a look inside, shall we? Right, okay then, here we go. Here is the Punisher animated statue. Let's take a look inside, shall we? So, I've got the Stanley knife. Is there any tape on it? No, there's no tape on it, so we can just get into that there. Wow, such a cackhand. There we go. And, there we are at the top there. We can see the certificate of authenticity. It's 2,690 of 4,000. What did I say in the intro? 3,000. I was a grand off. Okay, let's slide that out of there then. Drop the box on the floor. And let's get into... that's taped onto the side there. Hang on. There we are. Oh yes, it's like the certificate of authenticity is like a little trading card. Limited edition, animated statue, the Punisher, Gentle Giant Marvel. And then it's got the limited edition, handwritten limited edition certificate of authenticity there. So that's quite interesting. But that's not the big show. What we want is this bit here. So yeah, that is taped in. Let's get the Stanley knife on this. Nice and gently does it. I don't want to get styrofoam everywhere. Or cut the statue itself, which I'm sure some of you out there may have managed to do in the past. I've definitely done it, opening Amazon boxes before now, for sure. That's quite thick there. So has that been a sufficient slice? I don't think it has. Oh, there we are. There we go. Look at that, it's tiny. Wow. So perhaps going back on my previous comments, I'd argue that £30 is perhaps a bit too much for that too. But here he is, hand painted and hand sculpted. Let's get rid of that. Hand painted and hand sculpted. I'll just lie him flat like this for the moment. So it's got a bit more going for it, I suppose, than the image on the box would give it credit for. Like the detailing on the guns, the little kind of flecks in the hair. Although the paint job's a little untidy up the top here. Got his shiny boots. It's quite a nice bit of detail on on his pouches, on his ammunition pouches there. Let's have a look around the back. Yeah, that's nice. His flowing coat. Yeah, just look. I suppose if anything, if I bring it up closer to the camera, the autofocus isn't picking that up. It's just a little bit. Paint job's a bit untidy at the top here. Look. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now that I've opened it up and I've seen it in the cold light of day with how small it is. Oh, that's interesting. On the bottom there, the limited edition number is also listed on the bottom of the statue, on the base. 2,690 of 4,000. That's kind of cool. So if you misplace your certificate, it's written on the bottom there. Yeah, interesting. I'll reiterate from before, I really love the juxtaposition of the Punisher character and the kind of brutal, violent nature of him as an anti-hero, I suppose, compared to this sort of cutesy. I mean, it looks like a Peanuts character here, doesn't he? Well, this revolver is open. What's he planning on achieving with his revolver open like that? You know what I mean? But he's double pistoling it, John Woo style. Yeah, it's nice. It's a lovely statue. I'm just a little bit disappointed at the size. For the price and the shape of the box, I expected to have just a little bit more. What's that? About another centimetre either way, perhaps. Just seems a little weeny to me. But there you go. Horses for courses at the end of the day. But a beautiful sculpt. Really interesting piece of work. It's going to be quite an eye-catching piece to drop behind me when I'm making videos and whatnot. And in the meantime, I'll get it next to my Spider Jerusalem and my Lego BB-8 to add a little bit of nerd iconography across the room in my nerdy altar in the corner there. So there we go. Okay, there's the Punisher. I'll just take a few sweeping kind of artistic shots and we'll wrap it up there.